city of European origin in the United States is St. Augustine.
They claim that it's the oldest city in America, that it predates Plymouth and Jamestown.
Founded by the Spanish in 1565.
They really hated pirates.
This historic old city reflects the glamour of the past.
The river that runs along St. Augustine is called the Matanzas River. Matanzas is a Spanish word for slaughter.
Landmarks centuries old, recalling the glory of a bygone day.
So this is the site where the archaeological dig was going on. When they did this dig, they found a couple of skeletons of children. Many people will claim that this is the most haunted city in all of America.
We are heading up.
There was a lot of heartache here too. You have a lot of spirits that did not go to their resting place settled. You had battles here. They just had to bury people wherever they could bury them.
A shrine of American history, St. Augustine adds more years to her 3 centuries of peace and war.
And when the dig was going on, you could look in the corner of this building, and they also had torn up the floorboards in this store, and you could see them in there working and cataloging all the bones. And here's the crazy thing, is when Denise first came to her store, she's had it for many, many years now, but she said that she and her husband Larry used to come up here on vacation, and she was drawn to that store.
Well, I first felt really uneasy whenever we came to the back of this store. I don't know how to describe it besides like a tingling and almost like butterflies in my stomach. I didn't know really what it was, but I just knew that something was wrong about this back area where the cars are parked right now. Like a disturbance with the energy.
There's a headstone back here. This is actually a headstone that this car is kind of in front of it.
Oh, wow.
That's actually that's actually a headstone. It's from one of the original owners of the building.
Someone's not moving, they're not breathing, they must be dead. And they put people in there and their grave and find out later that they were not dead. So they rigged a bell system and tied a rope to the person's hand, so if they flashed around, the bell would ring and they'd know that they were still alive and could dig them back up.
They used to hire people to hang out in the cemetery for a couple of days after somebody was buried, just to make sure. And the local legend is that's where the phrase "saved by the bell" comes from.
Ah, yeah, yep.
So.
Yeah, so you could get a job doing that.
Yeah.
And I for whatever reason, I just wasn't comfortable back there.
I don't like having my back.
No,
to this.
that's exactly how I described it. I need you to take this back. And Larry tells him, well, we don't do refunds, but we'll be happy to, exchange it for store credit. And the guy says, no, you don't understand. I don't want anything else from this store. I just want you to take this back. And he told him that his wife saw the doll move.
They were inseparable for years and years and years, this kid and this doll. So it makes sense why they carry so much energy.
What's back here?
It's pretty interesting. Sensitive. That's saying a lot.
I don't know.
Listen, guys, skeptic, okay? There's not a lot of things that convince me. You guys convince me. I'm just gonna say it. It's an infrared camera, so it takes it in the dark. I think you know about cameras.
As I was walking through there, that area, I felt something on that wall. And this There's a closet that runs behind here, and obviously I've never been in here before, so I didn't know that was here. And as I walk through this closet, when I get about here, I start feeling a little dizzy. And that tells me that there is a very, very strong presence here.
This is Denise Altman. She is the owner of Antiques and Uniques.
Was there ever anything underneath this? Like another area that you could go down in here or something?
Do you hear that, Janet?
I hear it.
Right through that hole. We call that the hidey hole. We, somebody had busted that sheetrock. And there was like a gap on the floor. And so with the ghost tours coming in, I didn't want somebody's foot to go down.
Right,
so
right.
Anyway, we took it off and went exploring in there. Not me, I'm too claustrophobic, but we found bones. This is actually a storage room that was built on. This is the outside wall of the original jail, city jail.
And it seems, you get about here, I start feeling it really strong, and I almost feel like the wall's gonna close in on me, like it's gonna fall down on top of me. That may be someone who passed here, that they're letting me feel that feeling of being buried alive. That's the impression I get. Let's come back to this. I'm feeling a little
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly. And where were the jail cells when this was?
Both cells were in this area. This wall over here, if you shoot up, you can see the actual jail. So this is the actual outside wall of the jail, but it's got stucco or whatever they put over top of it.
So the cells would have been here, and what's this room here? Is that gold? I feel like someone is playing hide and seek. When we came in there, I didn't see anything. As we started to leave, I saw something move on this wall right here. Are you in here? You want to talk to us? It's very cautious. It's very apprehensive. It's curious. It wants to know, what everything is, but it doesn't want us too close either. It doesn't trust us. Sorry, I'm getting chills up the back of my neck.
This old marketplace is of interest to every visitor. Today it is commonly known as the Old Slave Market.
There's a Haitian slave. His name is Henry, and that's where he stays most of the time. He's made appearance from day one that we came in here just looking at the shop.
The restroom is right off of there. And I, had gone in for a bio break and got very, very uncomfortable. And I literally said, okay, Henry, don't follow me in here. And Denise said, Henry, it's private time, just so that you can use the bathroom, because he really seems to like to hang out in this area.
It just went to orange. Building was originally built in 1888, and it served as the city jail until 1893.
Oldest street in America. When you're looking at the history of this city, people get a lot of things confused. Example, we can't find the building plans yet for the city jail here. Now we know it existed. We found the low bid. Anybody want to guess how much it cost to build 2 jail cells in 1888?
$500.
Not bad. $685. Rode your horse too fast. Bicycle too fast. If you were of color and out after curfew, segregated South, they'd throw you in jail.
Was by accident. We thought we were just going to be observing, and somehow we were pulled into it. What happened for us is my mom passed away several years ago, and my son was very, very close with her, and it was the first real person of importance in his life. Ryan really seemed to develop an interest in the paranormal, and to me, it was his way of knowing that my mom wasn't truly gone from his life.
It's just amazing.
That's incredible.
That is amazing.
That was insane.
Our K2 meters were going off. We were trying to catch some EVPs.
We had the REM pod going off at one point.
And I just got the creeps. You know, and if we explain that to someone else and they're like, oh, you know, whatever, and I'm, okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, they're not going to believe it until it happens to them.
And that's okay.
And then even sometimes when it happens to you, you don't believe it.
When we first bought the store, every single morning that we came in that front door was a huge, tall, black shadow. Every day.
The town still retains much of its old world beauty and charm. Picturesque hacks, modern automobiles wind their way through the quaint old city streets.
Wow. Beautiful. Hi.
I'm Ryan.
Hello, I'm Michelle. So the first thing I can sort of pick up is that a lot of your pieces have attachments with them. Mm-hmm. So it's not just the item, but the story that goes behind the item.
It's a rebel.
Yeah.
And it's behind the drip of paint. It's a rebel.
Do you get this door opening and shutting?
No, they broke it.
I was gonna say, this is one of the ways they want to let you know they're here. And by the way, I've never been here before, nor have we ever met.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of like wobbly and shutting, like slamming.
Scaring me.
Scaring you.
Like doing work. Leave it easy. So this is the first picture. What do you see here?
It's a face.
It looks like she has a hat on. There's her face. What is she holding? A baby. You can see his face right there. You can see her webbed hand like she's presenting.
Oh, I believe you, 100%.
Okay, you see this ray of light? It's pitch black back here. This is coming from right here. Where'd the light come from?
Right.
But then you look into the light. Do you see face after face after face?
She's taken on the role of caretaker of this particular building.
Exactly, and she's Denise is very, very protective of her spirits that are here because they're not unwelcome guests. They're just, like you said, they're part of the family.
Do you want the light on in there? This is where you're going.
This is where I'm going. Okay, so this is where we have the most activity. So this is what we would call a portal or a vortex. Did you get more of an experience or a sight here?
Well,
okay, so I felt it here, and she's saying she saw it there, so my hand was just hitting right above it. Whatever happened here was so dramatic or traumatic that it stays right here. So what did you pick up?
a little girl. Sorry.
It's okay.
A little girl, and she's squatted down like this, and she's just crying.
Terrified. Like something was coming at her. So what I feel more here is terror, trauma, and it's an imprint of something so negative that happened here it will never technically leave. The only way to do that would be to do a serious energetic clearing on this. I feel like it was someone coming. So we send her into, a lot of people say into the light. Did you just feel it get warmer?
With my feet.
Okay, so I feel like she has released her ghost imprint from the space. But we also identified that there was perhaps a place where a lot of activity did actually happen in the closet, like as a closet.
Yeah.
It perhaps was a place where someone brought children.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That feeling of being smothered, almost like being buried alive or being having something covering your face.
Avili Street in the old Spanish Quarter has changed but little as the centuries have gone by. One does not have to draw very heavily on the imagination to picture such scenes as these out of the past.
Sorry, guys.
See, there he is. Oh, no. And there have been some really interesting things here.
Oh my God.
You just asked that question.
Did you get it? Yeah.
Timmy, is
Very
this
cool.
you?
Can you stop touching it?
Henry, was that you?
Feels that it's right behind the counter, almost like he's standing at the counter.
There it goes.
Oh my gosh, Michelle, you called that.
Yeah.
Can you light up the other ones, Timmy?
Thank you, Timmy.
Yeah.
I acknowledge you. I witness you. I know you're playful tonight.
This is a little machine, and if you talk to us, we might be able to hear you through this.
Perfect. You hear something, but I can't make it out.
So, since there's so many guests here today, is there someone trying to get a message through that's important right now?
Yeah. Are you here with Ryan?
I just heard my name.
Ryan.
I heard
You said Ryan.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That was a woman's voice, too.
It was clearly a different spirit.
Yeah.
And older, more direct.
Yep, sounded like an older woman.
So, yeah, that's clearly not.
We miss you, Mom. We never doubted you were with us.
We witness you. There's someone in the doorway back there.
Don't be afraid. You can come in and talk to us.
They're actually all very excited.
Very cool.
Yeah. My heart's racing because it's like really trying to communicate.
We're really enjoying talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Who is that setting off the light?
Is that Henry?
Henry, is that you?
Yes, we're happy to see you too. Is there anyone else trying to come through? I witness you because I do feel the cold chill all the way down into the bones of my body.
Say it again.
How do we see the other side? How do we feel the other side? What is it and why is it and how is it that you're supposed to feel?
Do you almost feel like the spirits that are here are like an extended family?
When they want to make their presence known, I mean, they make their presence known in a big way.
Yes, I know there was a lot of chaos.
Oh, hold on.
I think it wants us to pay attention near the counter.
Thank you, Henry.
And that's why I said you guys were perhaps led here.
You like to touch it? That's pretty cool. It'll light up other colors too if you touch it.
I think we're done.
The quiet charm and serene beauty of this quaint old city still bring pleasure to all who travel the road of scenic adventure.
I think the first time that I came was whenever I was about 5 or 6 years old. It was over spring break. I think that was the first time that I ever came.
This is the Spanish Military Hospital Museum. When the Spanish came over, they actually advanced the medical care of even like the English and the French and the other people who were already here because of the fact that when they were praying, they would wash their hands so much. And so just by that very nature, they reduced infection and disease. There's a lot of energy in there, and because, I mean, what we feel like is because they don't allow tours in there all the time to do that, the spirits were just thrilled to come out, and so we picked up a lot of activity.
The old city gates were once a bit of St. Augustine's formidable fortification system. Today they stand always open, welcoming visitors to the first permanent white settlement in the United States.
This is Aviles Street, and it was originally the hospital. So the hospital would have been right here inside the city gates, and the Castillo is further down that way, which was their fortress, the Coquina Fortress.
Just outside the city gate is Fort Marion, built by the Spaniards, called the Castillo de San Marcos. The oldest fort still standing in the country, it is now a national monument. These ancient walls are 12 feet thick, reminders of St. Augustine's role as defender of the Spanish claims to North America.
I also heard that they really hated pirates, and that they would come to this square right here and they would execute pirates. And the way they liked to do it was they put like a pole and they would tie their hands behind their back and then take a rope around their neck with a stick in it and just twist it and twist it till eventually their neck snapped. And then they would throw them in the river over here.
A lot of them renounced, but probably just as many of them died, and they were thrown in the river, and supposedly the river ran red with the blood of the French Protestant soldiers. That's where Matanzas came from originally.
The magnificent Bridge of the Lions spans the Matanzas River. This bridge derives its name from the lions of Italian marble at its west end, symbolic of Ponce de Leon.
You can see where the cobblestone streets, the original, were lifted up and hasn't been replaced. You can see where it kind of, the ground has sunken in a little bit. And when the dig was going on, you could look in the corner of this building, and they also had torn up the floorboards in this store, and you could see them in there working and cataloging all the bones. So when the archaeological dig was going on, you could look in this window right here, and it was all underneath here.
It was right underneath this.
When they did this dig, they found a couple of skeletons of children. So
that makes sense.
There's no way of knowing whether or not those are the spirits in her store, but they're her store. We're like steps away from the back of her store. But they talk about it all the time on the ghost stories.
I don't know the history of it at all.
No, but it's
just
right
cool
here
to
on the
look at.
corner. That's the bird in the bamboo there.
We've had one experience here before where we were out taking pictures with Miss Denise, and I was holding my camera up to that window to try and get a picture. And the camera would not take the picture. It just wouldn't, button, it refused. The button wouldn't press down to take the picture.
This second window right here, people have captured faces in the glass looking out. People have photographed it quite a bit, and that they will sometimes see shadows and a monk walking on that latticed breezeway up there. You can see them when you're walking down Avila Street. There's a gate right here, and you can look in and see the statues, and I always feel like they're gonna turn.
Whenever I went back up and got the window in the frame, it wouldn't take the picture.
I don't know if it's lighting or what it is, but I catch a corner of my eye. Did they move?
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
We always do the same thing. So it's to the point now where when we walk back here at night, I just don't look in the gate. I don't want to know. Don't look at me.
That's the best way to deal with something.
Can you mind your own business? We're talking here.
Active.
I didn't feel anything in this place.
No. Was that you guys? Did you guys hear that? It sounded like something hit up there. I thought maybe someone bumped into the wall. I don't know. It was like a
thud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a thud. Oh, somebody's doing an investigation? Yep.
Hello.
Hi. This is a well that's here. It's really old to the original settlement. One of the oldest periods of the city.
Said to have been visited by Ponce de Leon.
And just local legend has it that a lot of people capture EVPs here. Shadowy figures, foggy, that looks like a foggy person. I'm guessing that they're thinking there might be a child here because of the toys that are here. This place has always had special, kind of gives you that little hairs on the back of your neck standing up.
Definitely feel watched, right?
Yeah. And usually there's not so much construction around here, so Lord knows what that's going to stir up. Well, we just heard from that other group that they had lights turning on.
The fan's on too.
I don't know if they leave that on. I just kind of like, okay. It's like the same. Whenever we have something that happens to us that we, if we explain that to someone else and they're like, oh, that's when I like pulling out some of the videos that Ryan's captured because it's like,
it's right there.
Dissect it. There's been professional videographers that have looked at it and they tell her it's the Holy Grail. Because you can see the shadow walk across in the garage. You can see the light through it. And you see it. And the best part is I was in there by myself and I was trying to get a flashlight to light up. I guarantee you if I had seen that, I would have gotten out of there, would have been yelling and screaming.
The overhanging balconies and narrow streets suggest the Spanish heritage. The strong strain of Spanish individuality has persisted through many generations of change. Each new possessor of the little town has been possessed by it.
For a ghost hunter, you're a little jumpy. Too much caffeine, right?
University of Florida.
Really? It's electives. So
that's awesome.
Because he wants to do engineering.
There's a church on campus.
He hates it.
I hate it.
Absolutely. There's your water.
There are some churches that gives me just give me the chills.
I can't even stand in there. I feel sick. I feel like it's the ceiling's like coming down and like caving in on me.
So this is just a public playground that's across the street from the Lighthouse.
One time the swing did start swinging.
We've gotten pictures of orbs in the tree. We've gotten pictures of orbs in the tree.
The black cat was a pet that they had over here at the lighthouse, the lighthouse owner, and when it passed, the owner kind of passed down the story that they keep seeing the cat, and now lots of other people have seen a black cat, and then it'll be there, and then all of a sudden it'll just be gone.
And we saw a black cat come running across, and we all started laughing. Oh, is that the black cat?
You know, some people believe that animals have an afterlife. For me, then if that was true, wouldn't we see ghost cows and ghost pigs? But it's always cats and dogs.
Well, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Oh, we would love to make contact with someone, you know, actually get to speak to someone through some of the equipment we have. I want to do an EVP session.
I heard, no, that's a voice.
Yeah, like a growling.
Maybe get some answers to why are they still here.
My main goal for tonight is to face one of my fears, and I had a very scary experience inside the lighthouse. I saw a shadow leaning over the balcony, looking down, like from the bottom, looking up.
And the guide said it was empty.
The guide said that the lighthouse was empty, and I just like freaked out and ran out of the lighthouse. So one of my goals for tonight is to climb the lighthouse by myself. In the dark.
and you can do that all by yourself.
Yeah, and I'm afraid of heights, so that'll add. I don't know.
I don't get it. I mean, I
I've
don't
been on
like
the tallest
heights,
roller
but he loves
coaster in the
roller
world,
coasters.
and I'm not afraid of that, but I'm afraid of climbing upstairs to go on a lighthouse, so.
Go out on the deck? No. Okay, that makes it easy for us. Like the observation deck at the top, like around.
He wants to climb it.
I'll climb it, but I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either which way.
This is the keeper's house. This is where the lighthouse keeper, and his family would live.
I just climbed the lighthouse. This house was built in 1876, 2 years after the lighthouse. Captain William Harn, he served at Gettysburg, Fort Sumter, Appomattox. He served at them all. After he left the Army, he was the first lightkeeper to live in this house. He was also the first one to die in the home.
Yeah, you go in that corner.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing? She's not going back to her.
I didn't know that was down here.
It's creepy mannequin. Oh, she's still freaked out about this.
That's creepy. Is that not creepy?
So the floor just moves up and down.
Like the waves on an ocean.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you feel like you're on a ship.
They go down and up and down.
It's the ever-changing sands of our ocean floor.
So I think one of the stories that they tell is that they saw, Kelsey, wasn't there that they saw legs or something?
No, head and shoulders.
A head and shoulders. Like it would have been this. Nose across the case.
I've never seen that green orbs before.
Just like a green light, and it went like across there.
Crazy.
I find it interesting. I try to keep way back. I'm not into the front lines. I find it a little bit creepy.
The chairs are here because stuff is supposed to, they like to touch people that sit in these chairs. When they were building the lighthouse, they were bringing the supplies from the ship and then they would pull it up to grounds where they were building the lighthouse. The lighthouse keeper at the time had 3 daughters, and one of their favorite things to do when none of the adults were watching is they would get in the empty car when it was on the lighthouse side and they would ride it down like almost like a roller coaster down to the water's edge. Well, one day they did that, and unfortunately the wooden barrier didn't stop it, and so they crashed through the barrier and it turned upside down on the girls with them being trapped underneath.
In the water.
In the water.
Yeah.
And one of the workmen dove in and was able to save one of the lighthouse keeper's daughters, but the other 3 little girls died.
And I had 2 young women from my tour in here, and I came in and their meters were both red, and they said, "We think we have all the girls with us." And they said, girls, you like to have fun, right? You like to have fun? Their meters are going red, 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 red. She says, do you like to play games? Their meters are red, red. She says, do you want to play hide and seek? Her meter went red and then nothing. She said, girls, where'd you go? Are you hiding? I watched her roam around this basement. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. She went all around, got there under the steps. Her meter spiked to red. She said, I found you. Do you want to play again?
So like, okay. All right. I guess I'm on duty. Thank you.
Okay. So is there anyone here?
It's a laser grid, so if something walks in front of it, the point is that you'll be able to see its shadow if you are in front of it.
Is there air conditioning down here?
Yes, there's a vent right here.
The vent is there?
Yes.
Okay.
So
No, it's fluctuating, but I felt really, really cold in this section. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, you're here. I just felt like I was going to pass out there for a second. Okay. I can tell you're close to me. I don't know where you are. But you're definitely... I can feel that you're here. This is Ryan. He's going to ask you some questions, and you can use those dowsing rods, and you can move them in, you can move them out.
Was that you? Was that you, Maria? Ryan, dowsing rods there. Was that you, Maria? That was just over here. Is that why I suddenly it was very cold, and I'm not cold now though? Was that your energy? No? Great, thanks. Appreciate that.
Is someone else?
Yeah, is there someone else here in the room?
Peter here.
Maria's husband is actually the person who died here. He fell off the original lighthouse. His name was Joseph.
Is it Joseph that's here with Maria? Oh, there you go. Thanks, Kelsey. There you go. Are you here because you just really loved your time at the lighthouse? Is that why you're still here?
It's very sweet.
I figured it was just the air conditioner.
No, it's not.
But it's
Because the cold was coming from behind me.
It is. Cold is fine, but I would really prefer that you not touch me, so I appreciate you respecting that. Since it done.
You can touch me, I don't care.
I get a lot of activity in this room.
This is
over
the
here.
area over here where we got the citrus smell. Okay. Right, I want to say right here. Me and my mom and then 2 other people all at the exact same time.
This is the room where I get the most activity.
Oh, really? This is Creek Corner.
I've literally lived in St. Augustine since I was 8, and that is the only place that's ever given me the heebie-jeebies.
We do not like that area.
We hear giggling coming from that corner. Footprints were found in the corner.
There's nothing scary here, but like, why do you think I don't close the basement by myself?
Yeah.
Why don't you think I don't climb the tower? I had this entire staircase shake on me during a tour.
Here's my leg.
Like that.
Oh my god.
Like I was standing at the top giving a tour and one person was like leaning on it up there and I was like leaning against it and we both just heard the whole staircase like
Oh my gosh.
shake.
So you'll also notice that Karen's are longer than Ryan's are. So these are more of a traditional set.
Are you one of the little girls? Have you come in to the house?
Good job, sweetheart.
Very good.
Oh my god, I just got
This is my friend.
Push it back.
Is that you? Oh.
Thank you.
Push it back.
My phone's on here. And I was just turning it on to use like the light going down the steps. This is talking about creepy corner. How is
That's
this?
really weird.
How is this on my phone? I turned on the screen coming down the steps just so I'd have a little bit of light. It says that corner not too obvious, a lot of footprints with you and panes and rented into the concrete. It's talking about creepy corner, the footprints that were indented into the concrete.
Who's it from?
It's on Google.
We're on the second floor of the Lighthouse keeper's house. This would have been where the family lived.
We call this the parlor. Some people call it the shadow room. We often hear reports of people seeing shadows pacing back and forth in here. This rocking chair, Captain Harn has been known to sit in the chair and people will see it rock of its own accord. Maria, the lady in white, has been photographed on that love seat.
Is it the chair? One time when I was in here, I thought I saw that chair rock.
Yeah, time to climb the lighthouse in the dark, face my fear. I'm afraid of heights. I really don't like these stairs because they have spaces in between them and you can see through them. And I really don't like the dark that much, so it's just a combination leading up to this.
Did you work at the Lighthouse?
Well, I heard something. I don't know what it was, but it sounded, the flashlight just came on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I kind of feel like you're playing with us.
Oh, shit.
You touch the meter for a minute and light it up.
Just come right up here to this.
Now it's going off. Look, thank you.
Just come right up here to this.
Now it's going off. Look, thank you. That's okay. We're having fun. Oh, and you just lit the meter up. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the video is rolling on the GoPro. We are heading up, approaching 150 years. I think the lighthouse was built around 1870, but yeah, so approaching 150 years and it's still standing. I'm very nervous. I'm regretting wanting to climb up it by myself, but I have to follow through, so yeah, I'm pretty nervous. Alright, so We're approaching the last little bit of stairs right now. After this, there's one more and we're done. Yeah, pretty nervous. Oh no, not anymore. No, now that we're in the light, it's a lot better, but climbing in the dark down there was not enjoyable, to say the very least, and we weren't alone. You're having a major K2 hit right here. It's all the way at red, and it's gone. This K2 meter, oh, it's back. Oh, it's back. And it was as if the spirit was moving out of sight. I did it in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Oh, I guess we're not on top yet.
We really just want to connect with you. That's our only purpose in being here. We totally respect that this is your space and that we're coming in here into your area, into your living space, but we just, thank you the flashlight went on. You didn't touch it. The flashlight went on and the meter went off at the same time. That's when I was here before, they played with that flashlight for a good 15 minutes until a bunch of people from the tour came in, and then I got nothing.
Come right up here to this.
Now it's going off. Look.
Just kidding, we're at the top. I thought there was one more staircase, but we're at the top. We made it. And this is our reward. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I did not think that I would be able to do that, to be 100% honest, but here we are. I was about to back out at the bottom, but my mom told me I had to, or else she wouldn't find me dessert.
And I told him, I said, no, you drive that damn car right off campus and you keep driving.
Are you aware that you are dead?
Whatever that was left, and that he caught him.
We just want to figure out who you are. Are you the man that we thought we heard come across this thing? You are the man. You turned it off.
Oh, very good.
A fan of heights, and the wind up here is crazy, coming off the Atlantic Ocean.
So were you a keeper of the lighthouse? Did you work here as the lighthouse keeper?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well,
right over there. That's the government building that's lit up over there. And then you can see the Mission de Nombre de Dios over there.
Whoever's in this room's a little shy.
I can feel that you're here. Oh, shit.
It was crazy. Nope, just green.
So let's finish our tour on the top. Oh, and here's the light if you want to see. This is really cool. Move out of the way. It's like the actual light. I think I'm gonna climb back down to the house.
Does it feel like you're trapped between two dimensions?
Be careful. Oh, that one just flickered.
All right, yeah, so time to climb back down. Okay. The main spirits that are said to be inside the towers are the keepers themselves that would be maintaining the light every single day. Because if you think about it, this was pretty much their life. They had to tend to the lighthouse, or else people might die in this harbor if the light wasn't working. So this was a full-time and a half job.
Some people believe that when they're up there, they can hear coughing and crying. coming from that room. She's here too.
It was almost everywhere. The majority of it was, I think, a couple more landings down where it first started.
We are having a major K2 hit right here.
We have made it. I have completed the challenge. Both parts up and down, and so I couldn't be happier to get it over with.
Oh my God, I'm out. I'd be out.
You could tell that who's ever here is not negative. They're very positive about their home, and this is still home to them.
I was just thrilled to have the opportunity because I know that every time Ryan and I come, this is one of our favorite tours, and we love coming with Kelsey.
I'm loving this. I wish we didn't have to say goodbye.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.